Hello everyone! I'm going to walk you through how to use a web application that explores the most popular national park sites in the United States and its territories. This web application would be of great use to anyone looking to learn more about the parks, where they are located, and their popularity. In addition, this app could be a useful tool for anyone planning a trip to explore some of our wonderful and free national parks. Upon launching the app, let's start by first getting a feel for the web application. Right away, you can see the application focuses on a map of the continental United States. The states are outlined and easy to see, and all national parks, forests, as well as the state parks and forests within the United States are displayed in varying shades of green. Each national park service site is displayed by one of these green circles with a white tree in the middle. You will notice that the symbol size varies from park to park. This is because the size is based on the number of visitors the park received in 2019. So, the bigger the park symbol, the more visitors it received. To explore the map, use the zoom controller on the left to zoom in and out. You can also click and drag the map to pan. To quickly return to the continental US, click the Home button. You can use the My Location widget to detect your physical location, and the map will zoom to it. A full screen option is also available. When you select a park, a pop-up opens providing additional information. You will see the park name at the top, the total number of visitors the park received in 2019, the percent of visitors the park received compared to all of the other parks with the same designation, and the percent of visitors the park received compared to all National Park Service parks. For example, if you select Glacier National Park, you can see that it received a total of over 3 million park visitors in 2019, which represented 3.4% of all of the parks with a designation of national park, and it received 0.93% of all of the National Park Service park visitors in 2019. If you scroll down a little bit, the pop-up also displays a picture of the park that, when clicked on, it links to the Wikipedia page of the park for more information. Lastly, you can click the arrow to show next, and the pop-up displays a line chart representing the trend of the total number of park visitors from the years 2015 to 2019. Select the arrow on the bottom to expand the attribute table for the data displayed on the map. Click the tabs to explore the different data layers. Click the arrow again to collapse and hide the table. In the top right, you can use the search bar to search for a specific location. For example, by searching for Yosemite National Park, you will see that the app will quickly zoom to the result. Now, let's explore some additional application functions. Here, you will see a legend that describes the symbology for all features in the map. Next to that, when you click on the NPS charts, you will see a count of the total number of parks, and you will also see a pie chart displaying the total number of parks for each park designation. So, for example, there are 82 National Monument Parks, and you can see these are highlighted on the map. The Park Summary widget provides a summary of all parks in the selection. At the top, you will again see the total number of parks. And then each park is listed in alphabetical order along with their location and the total number of visitors the park received in 2019. Click the arrow to expand or hide the list. Select a park to view its pop-up. Next, you will see an option to provide incident updates. Here, you can select either point incidents or line incidents and add them to the map. For example, maybe you noticed a dead animal along the road. You can select the dead animal symbol and add it to the map where you saw it. Feel free to provide details and attach an image. Make sure you click Save when you're done. You will then see your update on the map. You can also do the same for the line incidents. Select the arrow on the bottom to expand the attribute table again to see all of the point and line incidents that you have added. In the bottom left, you can use the Directions widget to find directions from your location to a park site or from park site to park site. If you can't find your location in the options provided, feel free to click the map directly. You can add multiple locations to plan your trip. You can also select the timing methods such as driving or walking. Click Get Directions to view the results. Use the filter option to filter park sites by their designation and location. Make sure to turn on the button to apply the filter. For example, suppose we are interested in historic sites, national monuments, and national parks in Montana and Nebraska. Let's apply the filter and see what happens. Notice the map will only display parks that satisfy the filter conditions, and zoom to the results. Also notice that both the NPS charts and the park summary widgets update to only provide information for the filtered results. To clear the results, turn the filter off. Lastly, there is an option to conduct analysis. The Calculate Drive Times tool is great for finding out areas you can reach within a specified amount of time. Suppose you wanted to figure out the best locations to book lodging near a park. You could create drive time areas to find these ideal locations. This tool is best used on smaller selections of points. Let's use the same example we used earlier to filter the national park sites. We considered historic sites, national monuments, and national parks in Montana and Nebraska. Let's apply the filter. Now, let's calculate drive time areas on our filtered selection. First, pick your layer to calculate drive times around. In this example, it will be the National Parks layer. Decide how to measure time. We'll use driving time. Let's consider within 1 hour or 60 minutes of the park. Feel free to apply traffic conditions. We will consider 60 minutes away from the parks. And lastly, let's rename the resulting layer. Now let's select Run Analysis. This could take some time depending on how many points the tool needs to calculate drive times around. The tool will tell you when it has completed and the resulting layer will show up on the map. You will also see this updated in the legend. The Find Nearest tool will find the nearest feature locations to a set of features. For example, suppose you discover a site is temporarily closed. You could use the Find Nearest tool to find alternative nearby parks. To use the tool, select your starting locations. In this case, we'll use the point incidents. Then select your nearest locations. In this case, we are going to use National Park Service parks. Then select your unit of measure. We're interested in driving time. Next, we will limit the number of nearest locations to the closest 3 locations and limit the search range to within 3 hours. Feel free to rename the resulting layer. Select Run Analysis. Again, this could take some time to complete depending on how many locations. As you can see, once it's completed, the nearest locations and the driving route are added to the map. If you open the attribute table, you will then see the closest 3 parks in order. Thank you for listening. Now it's your turn to explore the app.